I'm going to show you how to use concealer to look wide awake and refreshed and cover the discoloration under your eyes if you have any, whether it's genetics or you're tired. Your concealer could come in a form like this, where you have a doe foot applicator, or it could come in something that looks like this with this little brush. Or you could have something really neat like this, where it's a metal applicator. The concealer that I like to use is this one by IT Cosmetics. Now this one doesn't come with an applicator. You push it out the tube like so. I like to put this on the back of my hand because when it first comes out, it seems pretty thick, but when you give it time to warm up on the back of your hand, it starts to become much thinner. I like to apply this with a concealer brush like this, and I'm gonna mix it on my hand first. I'm gonna apply it to where I want coverage. I like to apply concealer right in here, especially because I have the most hyperpigmentation and discoloration right in here. I'm going to continue to apply. Notice that I'm staying away from creases that I know I have naturally, like right in here. And I'm gonna take it right here to give a lifted effects and cover this discoloration that I have. I'm gonna bring it down just a little bit, bring this out just slightly. Okay, so this is the placement of the concealer. Now I'm gonna let that sit for just a few seconds and then I'm going to blend it out. If you really want to, you can blend this out with your fingertip and it's just gonna really melt into the skin because of the warmth of your fingertip. You can use the beauty blender, just take it and just keep patting right in there. You can use a brush like this to blend it in, and you want to be really gentle when you're blending it in under your eye. But today I'm going to be using this cute little guy. I've never used this before. I got it as a gift from my sister, so I'm going to test it out and see what it blends like. So let's start to blend the concealer that we've already placed. Notice I am going to blend over that big crease that I naturally have. Although I did not directly apply concealer there initially, now I'm going to blend over it just so that the concealer is blended nice and evenly all over under the eye. And I'm just looking up when I blend really close to the lash line just to make sure I really get in there. And then I kind of blend down just slightly. And we're gonna blend over here. I'm gonna move my hair so I can come all the way over here. And now I'm gonna go right on in here where I have a lot of that discoloration. And then I'm just gonna bring it down a little bit, patting, just so that you don't see a harsh line from where I applied the concealer versus my natural skin. Because maybe today I don't wanna wear foundation. If you don't, it's a great way to still get the effects of wearing your concealer without it looking harsh and having a harsh concealer line. Now I'm going to take this same puff and kind of go over that line so that it doesn't look so harsh. And that's just a personal preference. You can also take advantage of that straight line that the concealer created to give you an effect of having some type of shadow there. But it's gonna give us a really nice lift. I'm gonna close my eyes and pat down on my inner lid with my eye closed just to make sure this is blended really nice too. That's it. So I don't know if you can see, but it doesn't look like there's any concealer on this puff, but it blended everything out really nicely. So I think this is a new favorite. And if you haven't tried it, you should. It's these little guys here. You can see with concealer, without concealer. Now I'm gonna do what I did under this eye over on this eye. So I've blended out both sides of my concealer and I'm gonna take whatever's remaining on my brush and apply it to any spots that I want to conceal. An example is this guy here. So I'm gonna take my brush and just, okay, and this scar right here. And then I'm just gonna pat, blend it in. And I love this concealer because you can build it up without it getting super cakey. For the days that I really want to look a little bit more awake, a little bit more refreshed, this is what I do. The other thing I want to mention is if you just happen to have discoloration around the eyes, maybe on your lids as well, that is normal. Sometimes it's just genetics. Unfortunately though, when people see people that have that discoloration, they just assume things like they're sick, they're tired, they're fatigued. But when I wear my concealer, I get, oh, you look great today. You look so vibrant for some reason. I don't like, I promise you, you're going to notice such a big difference in your appearance when you just start using your concealer. And for concealer only days, it's quick, it's easy, but you still look so refreshed.